you can have. Nikukasa. There's nothing so simple.
Uliamua ukulima kabisa.
Ukulima, that is where our profession is. So we go there, and that is where the money is. Kuna pesa kwa mchanga.
By the way.
Ukiwacha pesa iko hapa kwa mchanga. Usiwache pesa.
Nini nilifanya ukaamua ng'ombe?
It's the passion. I had the passion. Nilikuwa nachunga ng'ombe zamani nikiwa shule, after school, and this is where I got my money to pay for my school fees in high school.
In high school you paid your own school fees?
Yes. I paid my own fees because I used to do some manual work, take care of the cows, fencing, and whatever I get the money, I paid the school fees.
Let me take you back to the days you used to run, probably. What are some of the highlights, moments that you had in your athletics career?
There are several. But one, early, is when I was running my world record in 15 kilometers, when I beat Haile because he was going for world record. That was the eye-opener, and it was the highlight at that time. Then when I changed to marathon, winning London, when there was all superstars, world stars that were at top of that at that time, winning. That time it was also an highlight. Winning also Chicago, winning also Rotterdam and Berlin, when there was so fast people winning. It was my highlight also.
Chicago Marathon, Rotterdam, all those marathons, you are a star, and actually you bossed the track, probably, and also the field. Let me just ask you, how did it feel winning some of these major marathons that you are able to win? Not even once, because some you are able to boss for quite a number of years now.
I was feeling good. You know, at the beginning of the marathon, when you win, you are more excited. But after winning 2, 3, it becomes a routine. It becomes a normal in your life. But you see, it's not only, you cannot sleep and win. You have to work hard towards it. So I felt good.
Did you really want to stop running? Because I know injury came and it was a big problem for you for quite a number of years. Is that the major reason as to why you stopped running, or you stopped running because you felt I've been able to do enough at that particular time?
It is actually injury, because that's spine injury. I can train because I could train and run a half marathon well, but when I get to 30 kilometers, the pain I start experiencing pain and slowing down. And I ask myself one question: can I be arming myself in the name of looking for more money? And if I get money, will I spend more money in going to hospital treating? Because when there is more focus on the athletics, on Grand Prix, this circuit, then after that I go back to school. That was my dream, my plan all along. So, and because I always stick on what I've said, I say, because I had planned to go back to school, if I immediately I stop marathon, I go to school, because if I had come home and rest a bit and work, I could not go. So I say, after here, I go back to class. And I wanted to get more knowledge. 2, because I had already started the dairy, because I was preparing my landing. I was preparing the runway landing. I had started the dairy and other investments. And because you know, if you are in real estate, you cannot go and stand there watching and taking care. What will I be doing all through before the end of the month? What will I be doing? And I don't want this kind of moving around town, every hotel or every building. I say, let me try to look for something that will make me busy. And because I had started the dairy, I decided to go back to class and do a hard course that people think that you athletes has no brain. So I wanted to demystify that myth that we actually have the brain, but this athletics is a full-time job. So you cannot go to class and at the same time run. You cannot perform in both sides. So I said, let me go and do this course so that I demystify the myth.
Which course exactly did you do and how difficult or easy was it?
I did a diploma in veterinary medicine, and you see it is a hard course because you remember you have to grasp these scientific names of the drugs. You have to understand the all system in a cow, reproductive, digestive, and to know all the clinical signs. And you know there are some diseases which are so hard to differentiate. So the clinical signs are almost the same. It's only one that will distinguish. If you are not sharp enough, you will be treating the wrong disease using the wrong medicine because you have not distinguished. So it is a hard course. It is not simple because it's also a life of a cow.
So that is where it started. First of all, it was the diploma.
Yes.
Did your studies actually end there?
No, I came back. I went to University of Belgrade, did animal science, which is also a hard course. So I stayed here for 3.5 years, and I stayed 2.5 years on the other side. I think it makes 6. So it was, I wanted to combine the both because already the diploma was enough for me for treating and taking care of the health of my animals. At the same time, I wanted to add this one of management and care. You see, animal science is about management and taking care of a sick or unhealthy cow or a healthy cow to produce. Yeah.
Did everybody take that positively? Because I know you must have had critics. Seeing an athlete who I know, because of the number of marathons and number of races that you were able to win, you had made your money. You would have decided just to start a business somewhere and watch it. How did people receive the take that you said, I'm done with running, now I'm going back to class and I want to achieve something?
There were so many critics that criticized me, but you see, when you have a vision and you have plan, if you listen to people at the side shows, you lose the focus. You focus on what you want, and you are going to shame them. And you see, knowledge is power. Money without knowledge, you cannot sustain. You cannot keep that money for long if you don't have the knowledge. So I wanted to get the knowledge. Also, that will help me to keep retain my money and invest well. Because you understand, in the university there are some those units that you do that entails business, entrepreneurship, accounting. Those units, it also adds up and it helps in how do I perform in my animals. Am I cutting Eve? Am I cutting even, or am I operating in negative? So without those knowledge, that knowledge or that unit, I could not be where I am, because I would be spending money in a venture that is not giving back. And I remember one time I was in holiday, and I met someone in town who is doing the same dairy, who is in the dairy sector. He told me, why is it that he told me, I'm quoting what he said. I've seen so many professors and I've visited so many professors. They don't even, a professor who is very good in lecturing in animal production or animal genetics or whatever, it doesn't have any even single cow. Why is it? And a very good professor who is very good in agribusiness does not have a business. Why did you go to school? And yet, you see, those professors, they don't have. You see, I knew where he was going, so he was actually trying to demoralize me and to demean education.
Yes.
Because he's a class 8 chap, so he doesn't understand what actually is what you get in a university. And I told him, I went to school to get the knowledge. I'm not coming to look for employment. The knowledge I'm going to seek is what I'm coming to apply. And that professor, his profession is teaching. or lecturing. You know, if he goes again to the field of agriculture, he'll lose the focus in lecturing.
Yeah.
You see, people don't understand professions. So he was actually trying to demoralize or criticize me, but because I knew where he was going, I didn't continue with that topic because I knew what he was doing. And I didn't focus, and I didn't listen to critics, because those are people who want to pull you down.
Yeah.
Because if they were there, they could not ask me that.
So I know I can see it's feeding time, and always very important to feed this livestock. But the education that you're able to get, it seems that it was of very, very much a great value for you to rear these animals.
The education and the knowledge that you acquire has been very important and very crucial for me, because I've understood the nutrition, the nutritional needs of the cow. I've understood how much I give to the cow based on production, based on the body size, and the cow is on what stage. Maybe the cow is in gestation at the same time producing, and if it is a cow that is only producing but is not in gestating, I know now what kind of feeds to give and the quantity of food or feeds that I give to the cow. Why? Because a gestating cow needs a quality food, because it is using that kind of feeds that I'm giving for growth of the calf in the womb of the fetus. It is also for maintenance for the cow, it has to maintain, and it's for production if the cow is still producing. So I've understood all those things, and I'm not complaining. I'm actually happy, and I'm ahead of where and better than where I was last time.
Of also key importance is the number of people that you've also been able to create employment for, because I can see a lot of people are working just to make sure that these animals are at the best condition. That is also a plus, I should say.
Yeah, it's a plus, because it's a plus to them, because I've been able to create a kind of employment for them. Now they can be able to feed their families. They can be able also to educate their children. And I'm happy, because at least I've touched someone's life. And if it is not, if it doesn't have the children, I've improved his health or well-being of that individual.
I can say I've been able to notice for quite a number of years now. We have former athletes who are doing quite well. You are an example to many. We also have other kind of athletes who are not where we wanted them to be, because we can say they had finances in their good times, but maybe never put that money at a good use. Right now we have talented individuals who are running and representing this country. What message can you tell this young person who is at their prime time at the moment?
What is very important, and what that guys should concentrate, is to listen. They normally say listen for an advice, but you are only a decision maker. I would request them to listen to someone who is trying to mentor them. A mentor, if he doesn't have a mentor, he can look for a mentor who can mentor him, to tell him what to do, because I'm where I am because of a mentor. I was mentored because I was following someone. They say if you don't have a knowledge and you see someone who has a knowledge, follow him. So I've followed my mentor, and I'm where I am now. They should listen to the mentors. If he doesn't have a mentor, he can look for a mentor who can mentor him, who can advise him on what to do, on where to invest.
I know people usually try to compare, saying there is a person who right now, maybe he is someone who had quite a number of money during his prime time. I've been able to witness some of the former athletes who are drunkards in this town, some of the former athletes who are very, very big businessmen and women in this same town. What is the difference? What makes that big gap? You find there is the best of the best doing good, and there is the worst of the worst, whereby you can't say that some of them were even better placed during the prime time years.
One, there are like 2 or 3 things that might have brought a difference. One is the knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge and if you get the money, I normally say you get drunk with the money. You get the money, you think that it is not, the money is going to be there forever. You don't know that the money that is in your pocket, when you remove a shilling from 1,000, it is no longer 1,000. It is diminishing. So it might be the knowledge, and maybe he had the knowledge, fear of unknown, that he had the fear that if I listen to this fellow, he might steal from me. And that fear is the one that put him in a bad position. 2, he had no mentor. He had no mentor. And if you don't have a mentor, you'll be moving, I don't know, like a car that is being driven in a muddy road because it is not going straight. It is swaying because of the slippery road. So the same thing with the person who has the money, has no mentor, has no knowledge, is going in the same movement like that car which is sliding on the mud. 3, there's some kind of arrogance in some kind of people. You know, you walk around and boast that you have achieved, yet the money that you have is in the account. That is where it puts people on that position. And you know, arrogance comes with drinking. Some people drink a lot of beer and they become arrogant. They say, "Sijakuomba pesa, I've not asked you, I'm enjoying my pocket, I'm enjoying my sweat," forgetting that if you withdraw 10,000 today and you had 10 million, it's no longer 10 million. If you withdraw another 100 by the end of the week, it is no longer a million. A million. Yeah. So you tend to finish the money that is in your account, and there's nowhere that brings back the money. It's better you put it in a real estate, you put it in a business, you put it in any kind of investment that every month you receive. If you enjoy and you have a building that gives you 600,000 per month, 300,000 per month. If you enjoy whatever is in the account, by next month 300,000 will be there. You will not. But if you enjoy your money as it is in the account, you'll never get anywhere. So and that is where you see some kind of variance in those kind of life. Yeah.
What makes a person to be a good athlete? Because we have quite a number of athletes. I know when we talk about marathon, some other people are saying you need to start from cross country, you go to 5K, 10K, and then gradually you go up and you will become a complete athlete. In your own assessment, you love sciences and you know how well a person can be built to be a perfect marathoner. What entails or what makes one a good marathoner?
It is not. I think it's just a myth that you have to run cross country. You have to run track so that you can be a good marathoners. We have had good marathoners who have never run on the road, on the track, and on the cross country. What makes someone achieve in marathon is the training. How is your program? It is the program, and even if you have a very good program and you don't stick to the program, you will never achieve. What is very important is to have a very good program, stick to the program, focus, and eat well. You will achieve. And run away from women and beer.
Women and beer.
Yeah.
I know my colleagues behind here are laughing because I know one of them likes the talk about women. But what is your final message to the young athletes that are coming up? Because they have a very, very bright or dark future ahead of them.
I think that 2 or 3 things that I can tell them. One is to focus. Athletics is a career. Focus on the career that you have. Achieve what the dream Because if you focus, listen to your coach, avoid all other side shows, they will achieve their dream. And when they achieve their dream, I'm requesting them or urging them that do not let the money enter into your mind. If you let the money enter into your mind, you'll never, your future will be dark. They have to focus and concentrate. Leave alone all these things. You will leave alone chasing the world life. Like you want to be with the best woman, you want to be the best jogo in town, you want to be the first man to drive the biggest car. The cars will come, but focus on what you are doing first, and all other things will be, you will be provided, or you will get all what you want. Like if you want the best car, after the end of your career, you'll drive. If you want to fly for the rest of your life, going visiting the world, you will fly. Focus only on your profession.
During his prime time, Felix Limo buzzed the world of marathons. He was able to win some big city major marathons, and with that in mind, he has been a champion. For now, he is simply Dr. Felix Limo, a veterinary doctor who's taking care of his kettles and simply enjoying life.